More than 4 million refugees have fled Ukraine since the start of Russia's war more than a month ago, according to the UN. One of those refugees is 17-year-old Alla Renska, who lived in Kiev. Her parents sent her to Hungary for her own safety when Russia started bombing Ukraine.
She's got a pink backpack, a warm smile, and she's already made friends, even though 17-year-old Alla Renska, a Ukrainian, has only been here in Budapest, Hungary, for a month.
6th of March. Yeah.
In an empty classroom of her new school, we sit and talk about how she never thought she'd end up here.
No war.
You didn't believe it?
Yeah, it's 21st century. It's Ukraine, it's Europe. Why?
Before the war, she was just a normal teenager, making goofy videos with her friends, taking selfies. But then the war reached where she lived in Kyiv.
When did your family decide that it wasn't safe for you to be in Ukraine anymore?
When we heard explosions and our house is just like...
And your house was shaking?
Yes.
Her parents made the agonizing decision to send her to stay with friends in Budapest. Alla's dad took her to the train station on March 4th. But in the crush of people also trying to leave, they were separated.
Could you see your dad when the train was leaving?
No.
Was that hard?
Yeah. I cried maybe all night.
She took only these pictures from the train, a bleak landscape she says matched how she felt. But then, an idea. She wrote an email to Kureshi Baptist High School, one of the best in Hungary, talking about the war and what happened to her. "I really want to go to school and continue studying," she wrote. "I kindly ask you to help me." And help they did. The school converted these old containers into dorms, where Alla now lives and studies. Her days are spent in classes, and at night, she chats with a few other Ukrainian girls just like her, who also fled, now living there too, even though she does still miss her family.
I try to not cry, and I try to be strong, because my parents, I know that when I cry, they also feel not very good.
That strength on full display when Alla video calls with her parents later that day. It's all smiles and updates on school and work. We say hello and ask an obvious question.
How difficult is it right now to not have Alla with you?
I cannot explain how I feel because it's too hard for me. I'm happy that my daughter, I love her very much. She's safe now. It's the main for me.
A few minutes later, though, the call is over, and Alla's stoic facade falters.
How was that for you?
Oh, I try to not cry.
They love you very much.
Me too.
What are you thinking?
It's unfair. It's so unfair that I should be here. My parents there.
This is what war does to a happy 17-year-old, but she is determined to stay optimistic. This is a photo she wanted us to show. Her parents sent it to her right after she left. The first spring flower to push through the snow near her house. A sign, they said, of brighter times to come.